Hey guys, if you're listening to a recording of this, fast forward about a minute. I'm a little early. And I'm going to wait for a couple of people to get on here. Let me turn down the volume of my computer. Good evening, everybody. I hope you guys are having a fabulous evening. I am ready. I'm ready. Are you guys ready? Hi Stacy. Hey Kim. Thank you. Thank you very much. Lots of Scentsy excitement going on. We got our emails if we earned the trip, and super exciting stuff happening in the Scentsy world tonight. Congratulations everybody who got their email, and if you didn't, guess what? This is a new year. I hope you guys can see me all right. It's blurry to me. I'm not really sure what's going on. But one of you guys let me know if it's blurry to you. I've got my notes already, so I don't get too squirrely on you. And usually when there's an audience, it's better because they can be like, hey, squirrel lady, come back here. With you guys, I have to wait for you to comment to be like, hey, squirrel lady, come back here. And a lot of times it's too late. So all right. Well, all right. Okay, I'm going to get started. So, good evening, guys. I hope you guys are having an awesome evening. My name is Andy Teeter, and I'm Superstar Director, and I live in Northern Virginia right now. Let's see, a little bit about me. I drive a Jeep Wrangler. I'm a Boston Terrier lover. I'm a travel addict thanks to Scentsy. Yay, Scentsy for the free trips. I love Kung Fu movies. I'm a military spouse. My husband is in the Coast Guard and getting ready to retire soon, so that's pretty exciting. Actually, this coming year, whew, I just can't wait. I'm ready for another adventure for us. So I'm a mommy of 2 boys and 3 Boston Terriers. So I've got my fur babies during the day. I take care of them and deal with their crap. And then I have my sons come home after school. They are in school now. I usually always strive to earn annual sales and annual mentor. So those are 2 things that I'm always striving to earn, that and trips. They're my go-tos to know that I'm on track with my business. I started, for those of you that don't know, I started in a small town where there were lots of consultants. We were broke as a joke. Like, I had to sell stuff on a yard sale site to get the money to join. There were tons of consultants because there wasn't a cancellation policy then. I had health issues. I didn't know anybody. We just moved there. I didn't have any experience. I suffer from panic attacks and anxiety. I mean, you name it, all odds were against me. So why I'm telling you this, because if I can do it, you can do it. So first I wanted to start out, I hope you guys are having a great day. You know, sometimes we get sidetracked a little bit, and some of you are probably upset you didn't earn the trip, you didn't earn the level you wanted. And we get a little sidetracked on that stuff. And I just want you to stop and take a second and realize how great of a day it could have been, or it really was, and you weren't really paying attention. I mean, guys, we own a business. We have a roof over our heads, most of us. We have good health, or sort of good health. There's so many things in life to rejoice about, and we don't stop to smell the roses sometimes. And I'm going to talk about that today too. So it's time to take massive action. Who is ready to take massive action this year, and who is excited? I hope you guys are excited, because I know this time of year a lot of us can get a little anxious about our businesses. We can get a little down about our businesses, about life in general. A lot of us, including me, suffer from seasonal affective disorder because it's cold out. There's so many things that we could let weigh us down. But I'm here to tell you that we need to take massive action, because big things are coming with Scentsy, and I'm so excited. And no, I don't know anything that you don't know. I'm just saying I really think that Scentsy is really, this is going to be an amazing year. I just feel it. Some of you know I have my weird intuitions, and I just feel this is going to be a great year. I don't know why, so don't ask. It's just a gut. feeling. Um, if something isn't bringing you joy in your business, stop. Just stop. If you don't like making lift boxes, samples, if there's something that does not bring you joy, as long as it's not the couple of things I'm going to mention, because they are like the critical things we do for a business, stop doing it. This business should be based on pure joy. And if you aren't feeling joy right now, I'm here to tell you, I have been through struggles. I go through struggles. I have my bad days. I have told people I wanted to quit before. Yes, maybe even a couple of weeks ago I said it. Guys, it is normal. But I don't want you to quit, and you don't want to either, because awesome things are ahead. So, what are the critical things you should be doing with your business? So these are the things you just can't not do, right? Number one, networking. We are in network marketing, a network marketing business. So we have to network. What does that mean? We have to make friends. You guys have to have a huge network. And let me read something to you. I'm going to tell you, the quality of your business is equal to the number of people who are in your network and know that you are the Scentsy lady or dude. I'm going to repeat that. The quality of your business, your Scentsy business, the quality of the business that you have is equal to the number of people who are in your network and know you sell Scentsy. You're not the Scentsy / Beachbody / LuLaRoe / blah, blah, blah lady or dude, okay? If you don't have a network, you need to get out and build one. You need to build one online. You need to build one out in person. We're going to talk about that. Number two, you have to follow up. If you're not following up with your current customers and your possible recruits, which 90% of you probably aren't, how do you expect to have a business? If you're not showing them, you're not bugging them, you're showing them that you care, okay? Following up is showing your customers you care. I don't care what system you have. I don't care as long as it's a system and it works for you. Let's see, planting seeds, that's a necessity. So after you've learned how to make friends, planting seeds about the joy of your business, planting seeds in people's heads about why they should join you or host a party, that's another thing you just can't not do. You can't not mention Scentsy if you want to be good at Scentsy, right? Number three, building relationships with your team. Mind you, 80-20 rule. 80% of the time you're spending on your own business, recruiting, selling, booking parties, going out and marketing yourself, networking. 80% of the time. 20% of the time, we're not here to train. Okay, our teams have enough training. Scentsy trains them, YouTube, there's tons of training out there. What is your job? Your job is to build a relationship with them. The more that they put into their business, the more time you put into them. So work with the willing. And if they're not willing, go out and build a whole new team. Because guess what? There's billions of people in this world. It doesn't have to be the 20, 30, 100 people that are on your team. You can go build a new one. It might take some time and patience, but you can do it, and you can find people that want it. I promise. What else? Let's see. La, 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 la. Oh, here's some ideas of building relationships with your team. So if they're maybe a person that puts in $200 a month, maybe you run a frontline report, and once a month for those people, you just check off each month. You go through your list and you check off. Maybe you comment under one of their posts, or you message them to let them know you're thinking of them. Text them to let them know you're thinking of them. For your people that are more active, you can do Zoom. So we have what we call Block Party. And we do every Tuesday at 9:15. We have training, and we do like shout outs, stuff like that. You can do Zoom meetings for maybe you have some leaders on your team, and end of the month you just get together and we kind of like shoot the shit and just have some drinks and talk, and that's how we build our friendships, because we don't get to see each other because a lot of my team is international. We have Marco Polos set up. We have groups set up between Marco Polos. Texting, you could have a text group between, you and a couple of your people that are really working their business, and you guys could talk back and forth there. And of course, there's coaching calls. So you guys can go research coaching calls and be doing coaching calls. And remember, coaching calls aren't about Scentsy all the time. Coaching calls should be a little mix of both. They're definitely not a counseling session, so please don't let it turn into that, because sometimes it can be, and that will drain you. But it can be a get to know each other session, and a time where you listen and maybe ask more questions about how their day is going, and things that maybe you don't normally ask, right? Okay, so are you ready to hear like the biggest secret about recruiting that I have? I call it my one-liner, and I say it to almost everyone. If I don't think they're going to be good, I ain't saying it though, guys. Like if they are negative Nelly and they're like, oh, well, and they're giving me every excuse every single time, I ain't going to talk them into selling Scentsy, because I don't want them on the team, because I don't need that in my life. I have a teammate, she says, I'm not all about that life. I think that's what she says. I don't know if she's on here. It's so funny. So biggest help ever, my one-liner, girl or guy. Girl, have you ever thought about doing what I do? You'd be amazing at this. Okay. Now, mostly people are coming to me because, and I'm going to share with you why that is. Most people are coming to me. I'm drawing people in. But for people that I really think would be good and they haven't said anything to me, that is my one-liner. If it's a micro relationship or a micro conversation, I call it, when I meet somebody in public, if I really like them, and they know I sell Scentsy, we talk about, I might be like, girl, have you ever thought about doing Scentsy? You'd be amazing at this, or something like that. Like, that's it. That's it. It's that simple. They're either going to say yes, no, or maybe, right? Okay. So let's see. Okay. How do I bring people into joining me without asking them? Okay. People know if you're not finding joy in your business. If you're making things too hard, that's why I don't make things difficult. My samples aren't crazy. I don't do elaborate, crafty things, because I don't want people to think they have to be that way. I want people to like me. I want people to trust me. What happens when people trust me and they like me? They want to join me. They want to spend time with me, right? So if I'm finding the joy in things that I'm doing, and here's something I want you guys to think about. So if you are waking up saying, I have to do this for my business, I have to do that, try this mindset shift. We get to do this. We get to have the best business with the best company, with the best products, with the best people, with the best home office ever. We get to wake up every single day and have the opportunity to do whatever we want with our business. The world is wide open to us. We can choose to travel for free. We can have a huge team. It is all up to us. If we exude that joy in social media, we will draw people to us. If we exude that joy in public, around people, and it's not all about Scentsy. You're out there making friends, guys. You're exuding joy and positivity. Nobody wants to be around a negative Nelly. Nobody. If you're having a bad day, when I have a bad day, do I have bad days? Hell yeah, I do. And you know what I do? I stay home. I don't need to be around people. I call the people that I really am close to. Other people don't need to see me like that. And we don't need to bring anybody else's day down, right? So I wanted to share this story with you, but it might tie in later. So talk to more people. Go out in public. Look them in the eye. Stop listening to the fear monster telling you that you can't talk to them. You're not good enough. You're not smart enough. You're not pretty enough. You're not skinny enough. Quit talking yourself down and talk to those people. Look them in the eye when you're talking to them. Smile at people that you don't know, even if you think they think you're going to be a weirdo. Who cares? They're probably not thinking you're a weirdo. That's just the monster on your shoulder telling you that. Listen more. Ask more questions. Like I said, in general, quit talking so much. I mean, I know that's easy for me to say right here because I'm sitting here talking to myself on a camera, but you know what I'm saying. When you're out in public, Listen more to people, ask more questions. Find joy in life again, guys, not just in your business, because when you find joy in life, you're going to find joy in your business again. Start walking, maybe start waking up earlier, maybe even 30 minutes. I know some of y'all's out there waking up at 5 a.m. Steffi and Jackie, all y'all waking up at 5 a.m. saying that everything's going to be better if you wake up early, but I don't have time for that because my life isn't about that. I can't wake up that early, and I know the book says I can, but I don't want to. But maybe just 30 minutes earlier than you normally do. What can you do in that 30 minutes? You can meditate, you can go for a walk, you can work out for 10 minutes. What are some other things? Take a bubble bath in the morning. Why not? Eat better, make better choices in the morning, because your whole day can reflect what you're eating. I promise you, because I know there's days I want to eat donuts all day long and then I feel like crap, but I still love donuts. Oh, another thing, weekly personal development, and something amazing that a lot of you have heard of probably, is Mel Robbins, the Mindset Reset. Do it. It's awesome. Trust me, you've got to do it. What are you doing for yourself every single week? That is my question. If you are not the best you're not going to have the best business. You're not going to have the teammates looking at you, being inspired by you, because you're going to be so burnt out. Oh, which brings me to another thing. Quit doing all the things. Oh, I'm not allowed. Oh, yes, I am allowed to talk about that right now. This is perfect. What a good segue. So, quit doing all the things. You know what's wrong with, and I know there's some men here, but mostly of us are women, and guess what? You guys got to let it go of control. Yeah, you know I'm talking to you. I had to too. Your husband might make that white shirt pink in the wash. Your husband might feed the kids Twinkies all day, but you know what? It ain't gonna kill them. It's gonna be all good. Let go of that control and just let people help you. Let go of the control of having to take your kids every single place. Let them carpool with their friends. Okay, here's a good example. I pay a couple extra dollars and I get my groceries delivered, and I get food delivery from, there's this organic, it's called Sunbasket, and I love them. I love cooking, so I missed it. When I was building my business in the beginning, I was so busy and I felt like I couldn't cook. Now I can, but it's all prepped, so it takes all that prep time out. I'm still cooking, so because I enjoy cooking and I love gourmet foods. I love that whole getting in and creating something of your own. So I do that, but I cut down on my time because they have everything chopped up for you. So it's really cool. These are some of the things, the reasons why I built my business, so I could afford these things too. Like, it's nice to have a massage every month, or build your way up. Like, guess what? Super exciting. I haven't even said anything to anybody. You guys are the first people besides Steffi that knows. We just booked our whole family vacation to Australia in August. And if I wouldn't have built my business and just kept going no matter what, if I would have quit, we wouldn't be able to do this. How cool is that, right? Be present. So in your lives, in your kids' lives, in your spouse's life, in your friends' lives, be present. So I have a story, just a quick story, but I was sitting at a stoplight when I was about 22 years old. I was 24. And I was sitting at a stoplight. I had a job that I worked by the mall. I was turning into the mall. And I'm from a valley. It's called Hagerstown, Maryland, and there's mountains all around. And I was sitting at the stoplight, and I just realized for the first time, I looked up and there was a beautiful sunset. And I just looked and I said, has that mountain always been there? I've sat at this stoplight for years and never realized that beautiful mountain was there. And I got tears in my eyes, and it was that point in my life that I remember realizing that I had to stop and smell the roses, and I had to be present. If you're present in your life, if you're working Scentsy, I think Heidi might have said this one time, if you're working Scentsy, just work Scentsy, be present in Scentsy. If you're with your kids, don't be on your phone working Scentsy. Be present with your kids or your husband or your wife or whoever, right? Um, I just said, if we are going through life more joyous, giving more than we take, helpful, considerate, trustworthy, empathetic people, people will want to join us. They will want to do nice things for you, like host parties, even though they get free stuff. They'll want to do nice things for you, like host parties, buy from you. It all ties in together. Start with small, consistent steps. So you can't eat an elephant all in one bite. You eat an elephant, cutting it up into bite-sized pieces. If you guys are on social media, try 10 times a day just commenting something positive under somebody's post, or complimenting someone when you're out in public, learning someone's name, stopping to talk to somebody at the register. And this could be just everyday life, at the grocery store, at the doctor's office. Be present. When you're present, you're going to make more friends and you're going to have a bigger network. Just don't forget to find ways to contact them. Find them on Facebook, whatever. So if your team isn't working, so a lot of us right now are stuck in that, oh, my team's not working, my team's not doing this, my team's not doing that, then go find a new team. Work with the ones that want it. And if the ones that don't want it, if you can't get them to come around, go find a new team. Go recruit more people. Go get the ones that are working their business to get excited to recruit people. Look down the road at what goals they have and you have. And if they're hitting their goals, you're going to hit your goals someday, right? So, oh, and another thing I found, have true joy in seeing others succeed. I know sometimes it gets frustrating because you might be missing out on a bonus, you might be missing out on trip points if somebody doesn't do what they said that they were going to do. But if you really have joy in seeing people hit their goals and you take out the frustration, it's so much better of a life, guys. And I know sometimes that you're going to get frustrated. Go to your upline, go, vent to somebody in Scentsy, maybe your sideline that you're friends with, get it all out, and then come back and get back in the picture. Here's another tip I have. If you guys have a teammate that's burning you out and you're like, they're just super negative and whatever, and you're going to have that call with them Monday morning, schedule a newbie or schedule somebody that's super positive right after them. I'm telling you, that's the best thing I've ever implemented, is doing that, because then you leave that, especially if you're an empathetic person like me and you take on everybody's emotions, you take on their emotions for a second and then you're off to your new teammate or your excited teammate in your next call, and it's like, oh, just trust me, it works. Okay, another thing, quit with the excuses, y'all. Some of you guys and your excuses, stop. Give me an excuse and I will give you somebody else that's going through what you're going through plus way more, and they're busting their butt at getting their goals in Scentsy. You're not the only one, and I'm not being insensitive. I'm sorry if you're dealing with something, but it's not going to be the end of the world, I promise, and it should not stop you from hitting your goals with Scentsy. Some people say, oh, there's too many consultants in my area. Look at that consultant locator, y'all. For real. I know it's not so up to date, but people that are team building and mostly building their businesses are going to be there on that consultant locator. Go to Scentsy.com and put in your zip code, and you'll see really how many people are working in your business. And then take how many people are in your town that you live in and divide it by that many people. You're going to be surprised, even those of y'all that think you're in saturated areas. Stop letting comparison rob you. We hear this all the time, but I want to share with you. We're watching somebody on social media and they're putting their best foot forward, usually, right? Usually they're putting their best foot forward. They're only telling you what they want you to see and hear. And you guys are sitting there comparing yourselves to them. You're comparing your chapter 1 to their chapter 20. You're comparing what you're seeing, and you don't know the whole story. So stop. You're worthy, guys. Stop. I'll say who this somebody was. I was talking to Becca Levi, and I was like, I just don't understand, our team's not growing like it was, and she said, you know what? Sometimes people aren't given things they're not ready for. And God, that resonated with me. So here's another little story of an example of this, okay? I thought about this like the whole night after her and I talked because I adore her to pieces. Um, I did not meet my husband till I was almost 30. And I was pretty broken as a child, as an early adult. I drank a lot. I made bad choices and I was broken, guys. Like I was looking for love and looking for love in all the wrong places. Like, is that song? Is that what it says? Because it should. That'd be my song. Like for real. I wanted people to love me. I wanted people to accept me. And it wasn't working out. I was dating all the wrong guys, all the biggest jerks. Um, it just wasn't working out for me. And I guess it was about 2 years or a year and a half before I met Josh. I was like, you know what? I'm done. I had dated this big jerk and he was abusive physically, held a gun to my head. It was horrible. And I was like, you know what? I obviously have a bad picker, right? And I stopped dating. I was like, I went through this whole journey. I had started to get panic attacks then. I didn't know what I was going through. I thought I was dying. I thought I was crazy. Um, and I really took that year to love myself, to be okay with being alone and realize who I really was. And it took me a long time to get happy with myself. And I'm still a work in progress. I'm not saying it's perfect. But lo and behold, there comes Josh, my knight in shining armor. My husband is like, I can't even explain without getting emotional how much I appreciate him. And we've been together, what, 12 years now? And I wasn't ready for him, guys. And that's my whole point. Before, I was not ready for him. I was not ready for that goodness in my life. If I would have met my husband in my mid-20s, I probably would have abused him, chewed him up, and threw him out. Like, not abused him for real, for real. Just, I wouldn't have been nice. I wasn't ready for it. I was like party girl and just was not ready for that. So what my point is that sometimes, like Becca said, you're just not ready for what you want, and you have to learn how to enjoy the journey and find joy before you're ready. And then when you're ready, you'll know it. And y'all, I know I'm ready. I'm ready for this to be the best year ever. And I hope you feel that too. And if you're not, I hope you go through a good journey to find that this year. Okay, so we're about to end and it's going to get a little deep in here. So the truth is that sometimes finding that journey and going through that journey means we have to face our demons. To find joy, we have to face demons sometimes. Sometimes we have to roll off those emotional Spanx we all wear that hold in all of our emotions, all of our childhood brokenness, all of the bad things that ever happened to us are in these emotional Spanx we wear. Sometimes we have to rip those bad boys off and let all of our fat out. By fat, I don't mean fat. I mean our emotions. We have to be raw and vulnerable. You know, when I'm raw and vulnerable right now, I could be thinking, oh my gosh, you guys are going to judge me. I just got out of the bathtub. My hair is oily. I could be thinking all these things, but I'm not. I mean, now I am. But I'm not. Why? It doesn't bring me joy. And if there are a couple of you that are talking crap about me, I don't want to know and I don't care because you don't bring me joy in my life. You're like, it's not even worth my time, right? So when you get raw and vulnerable, you also have to get really brave, really brave, especially when you're facing things that maybe are really bad about your past. I just want you to know that it's gonna get hard. You're probably gonna break down a lot, but these things that you're telling yourself, the things that you heard when you were a child, they just aren't true. They're just not true. And that's all I have to say. Well, not yet. I mean, I'll be done in a couple minutes. So another thing is, guys, don't quit no matter what. So many of y'all, and we're back to funny times. So many of y'all, I hear people say all the time, they're like, I'm quitting. I didn't recruit for 3 months. I'm quitting. Things aren't going my way, so I'm quitting. I've said it before. Okay, so let me equate this. Say you're quitting Scentsy out of putting this much time into it, or you're going to another company, or whatevs. Is like if you have a flat tire and you're on the side of a highway and you're like, oh, I got a flat tire. I'm just gonna go ahead and slash the other three. Think about that. Like, it's like being, here's another example of why you shouldn't quit or start with another company. It's like running. Let's say you're practicing for a marathon, right? They're pretty long. Say that you're out on a 10-mile run. You left your house, you're in the mountains, picture this. You're going through, and this is your Scentsy journey. You're like 5 miles in, you're out in the middle of nowhere, and you get out there and you're like, I'm done. No phone, no car. How are you going to get back? Don't stop running in the middle. Don't slash all 3 of your other tires because you have one bad tire. Okay? Like, for real, promise me this, guys, because I've dealt with it all. And if I'm not quitting, y'all can't either. Because I want to go on free trips with you guys. So you can't quit. Okay, so if you're sitting there, I want you guys to close your eyes if you can. Some people don't like to close their eyes because they have vertigo, and I understand that. But if you can, I want you guys to close your eyes and listen to the words I'm saying. You are good enough. I want you guys to visualize yourself hitting the goals that you want to hit this year, whether it's walking that stage at reunion for the first time or the 10th time, earning that next trip or incentive. Today is the first day of change. You have to take that first step towards that change into a new life to create the business of your dreams. When we get off this training, you're going to be tempted to go back into that thought process of wanting to quit, having a bad day, and wanting to give in. But instead, I want you to take each day with a vengeance, never forgetting the way you feel at this moment, the way you felt on your best day, and using that as energy to move forward. I want you guys to give more than you take from others. Even if nobody else is looking and watching you, still give more than you take. I want you to dig deep to find the best you because you're worth it. It's time you deal with your past so you can soar. Look at that past in the eye and wave goodbye today. Goodbye to the pain. It's time to emerge from that cocoon. I love you. I believe in you. I need you to take chances, to be brave. I need you to believe in you. And when you leave this live video or recorded video, you're going to deal with more pain, rejection, negativity, but it's up to you to decide how you move forward and deal with it. I want you guys to breathe in and inhale courage, exhale all that fear, and radiate the belief I know that's inside of you. I love you guys so much. You have no idea how much I love my Scentsy family, and I believe in you guys. I need you to believe in you, and I need you guys to go out there and create this future that you can have. The products are there, the opportunities there, everything is there. I just need you to grab that bull's balls and ride. I need you to do it. Okay, so I got all emotional, and then I'd say that at the end. You guys know I have to ruin it somehow. All right, guys, well, I hope you have a fabulous evening. I hope you guys have a fabulous 2019. And just remember, even if you didn't earn that top 100 spot or that top trip, whatever that you wanted, that doesn't mean you're not building a successful business, okay? So move forward. Love you guys.